Alright, welcome everyone. We have another tournament game from the Academy Premier League Season 3. This time it's gonna be Ledon from the Underwear Quacksires and Skimmythegod from the Victorious Victinis. Again, the same teams. Before we get into the battle, if you guys like the content, if you guys like in general like content like this, and you wanna get notified when the next video is up, feel free to click the sub button. It doesn't cost anything. You get notified when the next video is up, and you can also remove it. So, with that said, let's talk about a little bit about the players. Ledon, I think, is like a very good in DPP. He seems to be very knowledgeable when it comes to tier, and he overall plays like a solid balanced game. Can go for risks when he needs to, make solid mid grounds, and yeah, overall like a good, reliable TPP player. Skippy, from the other hand, I haven't seen him play DPP before. I know he plays like new gens. I haven't played him myself multiple times, like various different tournaments. And I think he has a lot of potential as a new face of the tours, which is why I wanted to draft him myself. My problem with Skim is that his lack of experience compared to somebody like Ledon, for example, can often lead him to make predicts and plays that sometimes work, but more often don't. The idea like of risk reward and how much value each Pokemon and the turn that I'm going to risk and predict has, I think, like it's something he can develop a little bit better. But I'm sure like he'll do incredible with his aggressive nature and his aggressive like playstyle. So to expand on that, aggressive plays in DPP can get you like in general in all sense, not just DPP. Aggressive plays can get you far when it comes like getting damage and value in the game and overall like dealing early a lot of damage that your opponent cannot recover easily. But the overall knowledge and figuring out the most optimal and solid play every turn is something that I think Ledon does a little bit better. So we have those two comparisons. But I'm very excited to see like how the experienced DPP Underwear Quacksire does versus the aggressive but possibly victorious Victini. So let's get into the battle. All my knowledge in DPP is basically from what I've seen others play. I don't play it very much myself, so it's not incredible. But I'll do my best to keep like my competitive thought process on this. So let's get into the battle. We see a Machamp lead from Skimmy and a T-Tar from Ledon. This is Ledon, by the way. So Machamp as a lead makes a lot of sense for someone like Skimmy who likes to play aggressively and predict. And T-Tar versus Machamp is not something you want to see when you're leading. So what will your switch be? I don't know. Possibly like a Side type, like a Starmie, maybe a Ghost type like Rotom, maybe something like that. And Skimmy could in theory predict that because T-Tar is gonna get like so much damage from this Machamp if he stays in, so it's not. He should definitely switch out. Machamp can run a lot of items. It can be Lumberry, it can be Custom Berry, it can be Focus Sash, it can be a bunch of stuff. So let's see how they do. He goes on here, as we said, the Ghost type. Ooh, nice little payback. Exactly what I said. Skimmy makes those aggressive plays that sometimes like work really well. And in this one, it was kind of risk-free to actually go for a prediction because like it was you just got value without risking too much. Like what is T-Tar gonna do to you if you stay in? So yeah, now you probably have to switch out on an expected like Volt switch. But what would your switch be? Not the Volt switch, excuse me. Status, Will-O-Wisp. So we don't know the set. Is it leftovers? Yeah, it is leftovers. And we see a Starmie on a Will-O-Wisp. Now Starmie is a little bit risky versus Shadow Ball or Electric type of attack, but again, aggressive play and it works out on the Will-O-Wisp. We play. What would the switch on Starmie be? We see no lefties. Clef and Hydro Miss. Ooh, Hydro Pump. What is this? Specs? What type of Starmie is this? Anyway, Miss, so we don't get no. I think Clef eats an attack from Starmie anyway, so I don't know how much this matters. We'll see. Maybe force him to recover. And are we gonna see it back to Machamp switch? Metagross comes out on a Seismic Toss. So I like that Metagross a lot because you don't take Sandstorm damage and you can pressure right here. The Clef. We don't know the setup methods. It can be like various berries. It can be choice ban. It can be lots of stuff. Clef should definitely switch out versus this. If it explodes, does shit ton of damage. Meteor Mask is gonna do a lot of damage. You should have a Steel type. It could be Heatran. Nah, not Heatran. Maybe a Skarmory. Maybe a Jirachi. Something like this. I don't think Bronzong fits such squad. Maybe Metagross of your own. So something like this. And are we gonna see a double out on Machamp? Let's see. Skarmory comes out. Earthquake. What do you expect? Maybe a Heatran. Maybe you expect a Heatran. Possibly. I don't know. Possibly that. So yeah, this works out for Ledon very well. Skarmory now is in. And can go for hazards. So what is the play for Skimmy right here versus this? Back to Starmie. And back to Rotom. Maybe he expected an explosion went to Rotom? Possibly. Explosion was a fine play. Actually, at full HP? No, I don't think it would be like anything annoying for the Skarmory. I think rocks were free. And Starmie makes a lot of sense on Skarmory because it can just recover versus it can spin, it can do all that stuff, especially with how low Rotom HP is now. It cannot hit any attack from Starmie, so you can spin easily. So nice Starmie play. I'm not sure about this Rotom, but you can just switch out back to Clef. Hydro. Okay, that does jack shit. Okay, possibly he went Rotom because he expected like something else that would come in, maybe on Skarmory. Something that I don't know what it would be. Maybe like a fire type or maybe like a... I don't know. So he possibly made that Rotom switch for something else in the back and not maybe Starmie. So we don't know. 28% does absolutely zero. You can go for another Seismic Toss, or they can just both heal. And they do exactly that. And now Seismic Toss is like super free. Machamp comes out. I don't know about this one. 30% plus sand, a lot of damage. Now you can go for the hit, but yeah, Skarmory should be able to eat easily. I guess if you confuse him, you can beat this 1v1. Yeah. Nope. You don't get this now. Skimmy probably has a lot of physical attackers, right? Staying with Machamp to take so many Sandstorm turns. Trying to weaken and break through the Skarmory possibly means you have more physical attackers in the back. Maybe a Gyarados, maybe a Flygon, maybe a Dragonite, maybe a Lucario, something like that. Did I say Lucario twice? I don't know, maybe. So that's why he's probably doing this. But at the same time, Machamp is like taking so much damage. Like technically this Clef did 54%. Oh, even more. I don't know about this one. Because even if he got confused, you definitely didn't kill it. So you need him to get confused twice. So this one is even more Sandstorm damage. So yeah, the previous play, I get that. This one is just bad of a play. Stay in and go for another Dynamic Punch, but it doesn't kill Skarmory. So it just takes more Sandstorm damage. So with just Seismic Toss and all these Sandstorm damage, look at Machamp, 40%. Now he gets confused, but that doesn't matter. And double out of Machamp on the expected Clef, even more Sandstorm, and you can just go back. Ooh! That is a great play by Ledon. So he knows Skimmy is struggling versus Skarmory, and his Machamp was the way of trying to break through it, which is funny. So he saw that, okay, he doubles out on my Clef, and probably trying to do the same thing with Skarmory. 2 Dynamic Punch with a confusion can break through Skarm, so he instead goes Rotom Heat, and Skimmy is already in the back trying to break through this Skarmory, that it would be like very difficult for him to actually click payback on the expected Rotom Heat. So Dynamic Punch was a good play by him, but yeah, Ledon is the further, and now can just go for a hit. Thunderbolt sacks the Machamp. At this point, yeah, Machamp was like 28% from one Seismic Toss and all the Sandstorm. Like, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Like, this is incredible. incredible turns by Ledon, getting all these damage on the Machamp. So this is what I was talking about. Aggressive plays versus experience. Titar comes out on the Will-O-Wisp. Grants, Rocks. Rocks pressure Skarmory. So that's not bad of a play. They can even pressure Rotom Heat, but now Titar is burned. So it's even harder to break Clef now with Machamp gone. I guess Metagross helps. But you'd probably explode the Metagross on Skarmory, right? So let's see. Now I don't think Grants kills. Ugh, rest. And this does 29. Jesus Christ, bro. That's 0. Now you can switch out on Skarmory or Clef. As a D-Knight comes out. Okay, no flag on D-Knight. Why is D-Knight coming out on a Rotom? That turn, maybe to DD? Or is it Choice Band? Clef can leave any attack, but Superpower can be annoying. It's a good mid-ground versus Titar and Clef. If it is Choice Band, you can go for either that, Superpower, if you have it, or Fire Punch on the expected Skarmory switch. Either way, you can either stay in with Clef, but it's risky because you want the Clef and Seismic and Softball, excuse me, just to see what he does. But if he goes for a Choice Band Superpower and you lose it, it's gonna be like really bad. Does this thing have any status moves? Clef? Not actually sure. Not actually sure. So if it DDs, I think the Skarmory is overall safe. Fire Punch to the Skarmory switch. I guess I was wrong. 52%. This is Choice Band, right? And he goes for Anchor. Nice play. This is good. This is good if he goes for the Fire Punch. You lock him into that and then can go into Titar or something in the back. Or if he goes for a DD or any other mid-ground other than Superpower, this is good. If you went for Superpower, you kind of lose a Clef, and the Clef was like incredible with a Titar burnt, Walling Starmie, Metagross, you have Skarmory, so it's kind of risky, but a good prediction, I guess, going for this Anchor. So Fire Punch on the switch to Skarmory doesn't work out, and now you have a locked D-Knight. I guess you got damage on Clef, so it's not even that bad. 54%, which means 2 Hydros might kill. As he goes Lari. Huh. I think Lari was better that previous turn because it's good mid-ground versus Fire Punch and Superpower. But if he went for DD, you just go Skarmory after. Because +1 Fire Punch wouldn't kill. So I don't know. Maybe after Rocks and the next hit, possibly. Possibly that. Yeah, that could be it. So that's why he stays in. I don't know. I think Lari was a fine play before, but maybe Ledon thinks something else depending on his last Pokemon. We see another Fire Punch on the Lari, does absolutely 0. Titar is burned, Metagross is a good play, but yeah, Metagross comes out. As you Ice Beam, safe. You can also freeze, okay, probably back to Skarmory now. As you go for Meteor Mass and miss, so there's that. Double out on Clef, as he stays in the Meteor Mass again. Sheesh! Oh my god. So I get a play from Ledon. Starmie is a safe switch for Skimmy to do on the Skarmory, and Ledon tries to go Clef to heal it against the Skarm, which makes sense because otherwise, against the Starmie, which makes sense because like 2 Hydros could 2KO the Clef, so this is a good opportunity to do that. But Skimmy he's doing again one of those like good predictions, which is actually a very solid one because Skarmory cannot really hurt the Metagross. The worst thing is like Roost or Stealth Rocks. If he goes for Rocks, then you can just explode the turn after, and it's not even that bad. Plus, you play with Meteor Mass, boosting your attack, so it's not even that bad, and it's not risky at all. So very good prediction by Skimmy. I get your play, Ledon, but like this worked out very well for Skimmy. So let's see. Skarmory comes out. Meteor Mass again. Maybe it just stays in to get the attack boost. Stealth Rocks up to pressure Dragonite, and he explodes on the Whirlwind. Why? Why not Roost? What do you risk by roosting? I guess he can go Starmie, and then you don't have a Clef. Yeah, Whirlwind is for Starmie, I think. But now Skarmory is extremely low on HP after that explosion, so Skimmy gets that play too. Nice. Nicely done, Skimmy. So Skarmory is now low. You can go D-Knight, you can go Starmie. D-Knight makes sense, although you take Sandstorm and Fireballs now kills. This invites Larias, and you have... What are you gonna do against Lari? Leftovers. What is it? Like status, CM, maybe Star Me. I think D-Knight now. I think Tita now that it's burned lose to this 1v1. So I don't know about that. Rook over, okay. And do you beat this 1v1 by spamming cover? Nope, you switch it to Jirachi. Nice. Guns does absolutely zero. What would the last Pokemon be? A bunch of physical attackers, so maybe like a Lucario in the back? I don't know. Gyarados? Gyarados D-Knight? No idea what the last one is. Jirachi, I was expecting something like that, yeah. Something, a steel type in the back, maybe a setup Pokemon in the back. Now, what this set could be, it can be like Calm Mind, it can be 4 attacks, it can be Body Slam, it can be a bunch of stuff. So, this destroys Tita, you can even go for an Iron Head if you have it, yep. And we see Seizure as last. Very surprised you actually have a Seizure. I think Seizure would make more sense than going Tita on the Larias, right? Because you will be able to get value right there instead of Jirachi, because this having Iron Hit means it can be like a Body Slam, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, whatever cover its listing grounds. So I don't know, this is a lot more risky than getting the Scissor in versus the Lari instead of sacking the Titar. I guess you don't need Titar, but it's good to have an extra sack. It's just go Scissor and get value right there versus the Lari, I think. But I might be missing something. Again, my DPP knowledge like So let's see if I'm actually sure. GG. Fire Punch, one hit. 88%. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Rachi often runs Fire Punch, often runs Electric Coverage, often runs Ice Punch, so Body Slam too, so yeah, I don't know. I think getting the Scissor versus Larias was a little bit better than getting it on the Jirachi. I'm actually surprised you have Scissor. Like, so many physical attackers with the Starmie and the Explosion Metagross. Interesting. I don't know if I would use something like this. I think this overall, this type of structure is a lot more balanced and reliable. But I guess it fits your playstyle, right? With the predictions and the champ lead and everything. So I don't know. But this I think is definitely over now. Jirachi probably beats everything. This is a no leftover set. So what? So we see a Body Slam doing 23%. What is this, defensive? Yeah, this is a Bolt Starmie without leftovers. Interesting. And Hydro Bomb. Okay, well, it gets 1v1 by Jirachi anyway, so right? There's no way it beats Jirachi. Iron Head, another flinch. Yeah, Jirachi just sweeps at this point. Forgot your item on Starmie. What's going on? Is it cast up? What is it? Nah. So, hey, Ledon did it. Jirachi in the back. Fire Punch for the Scissor. Titar was low and burned. Starmie is losing 1v1 to this, especially without leftovers. And Metagross was dead. So, very well played by Ledon. Very well played. I like many of the Skimmy predictions that he did with the Machamp payback, with the Fire Punch, with the Explosion and Meteor Mash from Metagross against the Clef. So, but I'm not sure about the Scissor. I think Scissor getting it on Lari was a little bit better than Jirachi, just because of the chance he has Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Body Slam, all those things. Even Thunder could be annoying, but I guess, yeah. I guess you didn't expect Fire Punch. Oh, it's Golbur. It's Golbur. They say on the chat it's Golbur Starmie. I'm not sure what it is for. I'm not that experienced. Maybe possibly for Tita or some shit like that. And 2KO with Hydro. Oh, I didn't think 2KOs. It might. Maybe it does. So, yeah, good game. 2-0 for the Underworld Quagsires. Victorious Victines haven't been able to like get a win yet, but it's a strong team. They might come back. They could come back if they like work a little bit more, the preparation and everything, to have like favorable matchups and everything. So yeah, that's about it. That's the second game we got from those teams and of the ADPL. So yeah, it was a good one. It's DPP, so again, my knowledge on that is kind of restrictive when it comes like making videos about it. So because I cannot like predict everything that's coming up and why they did this and did that. So don't expect too many games of DBP. But when I like the game, I'll upload it anyway and try to to talk about it with a few things that I know. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching the video. And yeah, if you like it, feel free to drop a sub. It's free. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the game and for the video, and I'll catch you with another one maybe later today or tomorrow. As soon as they like get actually like good games that I can upload, I'll upload them and talk about them. So yeah, have a good one. Peace.